Hello, and welcome to the Shitshow Extravaganza. My name is Shaheen, and I need to stay out of my asshole.
Hi, my name is Marcos, and I think the Twilight Princess manga is really underrated.
Hi, my name is Alfredo, and I have cocoa butter body lotion right next to me.
Nice. So if you're wondering how come
Yeah.
we have another guest, which is Alfredo again, it's because we saw he was online, and we just thought, yeah, let's see if he's down to clown again, and he
Bro, I'm
was.
getting kidnapped.
He is. He's virtually getting kidnapped.
Like, they just started calling me. I heard the calling noise. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I saw Cooking Boy and then Shaheen's name, and I'm like, oh, they want me again?
I'm like, let's
Like
let's
I'm a
let's take a
dummy.
risk. Let's see, because I don't know if you're just online for fun or if it's one of
Yeah,
those things where it's like automatically in the background online. You know how like
true, true.
Jevin is like 24 hours online on on PSN, like he's just
Yeah.
always
Dude,
online.
he's at the apartment with all of us, and we see him go online.
Yeah, like he'd be hanging out with us and he's still online. I think it's because it's his family uses it for YouTube or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But still, it's one of those things I thought. So I'm like, let's test it out. Speaking of PS, did you guys like how I transitioned to that topic?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
smooth.
It's
Yeah,
moist.
thank you. We could have just stuck with smooth, but anyway. So video games are probably
Lotion.
video games are probably a commodity right now for a lot of people, considering that they're stuck at home. Have you guys been playing video games in your quarantine times?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
What you've
I've
been
been playing
playing?
like a
Honestly,
lot of ooh. COD.
no,
I've been
I
playing a lot
guess.
of COD and Modern Warfare. Oh my
Oh,
god!
have you played the new Warzone?
I played it once or twice, but my computer kept crashing when I was playing it.
It's so competitive, dude. Like legitimately, really competitive. It's super hard to even get first place. And I kind of like. Um, I don't know if you're familiar with this, Shaheen, but basically, when you die in game, you get into this like state of limbo that you have to fight one
The
v one.
the Gulag.
Yeah, the gulag,
That's what it's called. No, the Gulag.
and it's like
Search it up.
basically you 1v1, and whoever wins that, they respawn in the map, but you can only do it once. It's pretty cool, actually.
So
Bro,
this is this is why I laughed at Gulag is because everyone knows that Gulag is a meme online. Like a lot of people mention it
yeah.
whenever shit happens, right? And I just assumed because I don't play Call of Duty. I just assumed that it was like Russian prison, right? So so then I got curious and I was like, let me Google exactly what it means, just in case this ever comes up in a normal conversation, which lo and behold. Um, and everything you just described is what I read, and I'm like, holy fuck, what? Like, I wish I was this studious in school.
I didn't even know what to go. I just searched it up right now, so I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I wish I was like this in school, where I was prepared. So whenever someone brings up a topic I barely know, I'm like, yeah, I know that.
Hey, this is the time. This is the
You
time.
gotta hate.
The
I don't even
Gulag.
like Call of Duty.
Dude,
Um,
just two people die on the map and you're sent there, and you have a chance to like respond back. It's so fun,
as a concept, that sounds really cool.
and there's people. Marcos, is this right that there's people waiting on like a top floor, right,
Uh,
to be sent in the
okay.
gulag?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
You could throw
Uh,
rocks at the people.
Like they're already going to limbo, and you're throwing rocks at them.
Yeah, you throw like rocks at them to like either mess them up or like you see it in your vision if they like throw it in front of you.
Have you guys seen
Like
the
it,
anime?
It's a pretty good thing.
Have you guys seen the anime Death Parade?
The
Hmm?
parade, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
I recommend it. It's like 12 episodes. It's not that long. It's basically the same thing. Two people would die at the same time, and then they're sent to this like weird bar, casino kind of area, and
Oh,
then they
okay,
have
okay.
to compete in like darts or billiards or I forgot what other games they have. And the winner,
Bowling and a bunch of
yeah,
shit. It's
yeah,
pretty
and
I know
cool.
what you're talking about now, but I didn't watch it.
it's good. I really recommend it. I enjoy it. And also the opening theme song slaps.
Ooh,
Oh
Uh,
hell yeah.
openings.
yeah, Marcos, is it possible to be a little bit clearer on the mic? You-
I will try.
You were
Give me one
clearer before we started recording, and then now you sound like you were in Gulag.
Where's Marcos? He's in the gulag. I'm double handing the mic again for the TMI.
Did I mention
How's this?
in the podcast last week? Wait, can you say again? I'm sorry.
This better?
Can you raise your voice a little bit? I said raise your voice, not disappear. Where are you?
Invisibility cloak. Deafen. Dead silence.
What if he actually went to Gulag?
No, he's 1v1ing someone right now.
Let me go. Let me go check myself out of a window, see if he's there.
Technically, we're in a 3-man squad, and in Warzone, it's 3-man squad.
So the parallels don't end there, do they?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, better?
Yeah. Hey, I think
Yeah.
it's still the same quality as before, but at least we can hear you.
But
And I'm sorry for ever trying to change that.
Not hearing you.
This is a learning experience to never change your friends if they're not doing anything wrong.
True.
This is an anti-drug something.
Hey, you wanna do a little weed? Yesterday.
Wait, when was 420? It was yesterday. Okay.
Yesterday, yeah.
It doesn't feel like it because I'm in Kuwait, but also because everyone's at home, which is a perfect time for.
What's the punishment for weed in Kuwait? Is there a punishment?
I don't know.
Like, is it like extreme, or you don't
No,
know?
because a lot of the time, like if you're Kuwaiti and you do something bad, like you sneak in alcoholic beverages, or you know a dealer for drugs and alcohol, chances are you could probably finesse your way through the law if you know the right people, which usually is the case. And is it something I'm proud of? No. Is it something that I would utilize if I decided to start drinking and smoking? So Marcos, where are you?
The pause. You didn't even answer it. You're like, would I utilize it? I'll take that as a yes.
Well, no, where's Marcos?
Marcos.
He can't just
Wait, is he-
disappear. He can't just disappear like this. He knows I have abandonment issues.
I mean, good thing you called me on. You guys would have been just alone.
Yeah. I think something happened to get. Oh, he's off and he's back
Is
in.
this internet?
I don't know.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, don't go silent
Yeah.
for too long. We don't know
Okay.
when you disappear.
Now,
That
I
is
think
kind
it's
of
because I turned off the Wi-Fi and then turned it back on. I think it might have messed up on where my voice was going.
I guess. I'm not a tech guy.
Is this quality better than last time?
Say something again, Marcos.
I don't know what do you want to say.
That's sufficient. I mean, we can work with this.
No, it's kind of better than last time. It's a little loud.
Listen, you're an optimist. I get it. We can roll with that. It's fine.
I'm
Okay,
1%
so where
higher
were
than
we
my
at?
last test.
Where were we at?
I think we were talking about. What the fuck were we
Were
talking
we
about?
The Gulag? The Gulag?
The gulagging, video games. So I've been backed up on video games because every year in Black Friday, I would just buy a shit ton of not shit ton, like 4 or
It was the
5.
purchasing time.
Yeah. And so
Damn.
and also I have PS Plus, so I get 2 free. Why am I? This episode has been brought to you by PlayStation Plus. But yeah, you get 2 free
I'm a
games every
PC.
month. And I just have a lot of video games that I'm going through. Not all of them are good, but I also realized something really big about myself, and I mentioned this before we started recording too. Is I don't think I'm good at gaming. I don't think so. I think I'm
Yeah,
delusional.
but
I grew up playing video games, and then when I think back, like, ooh, people played God of War, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid, and I played Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 for 3 years. Like, I don't think I've utilized any actual platforming skills past the PS1. I think, and it's jarring because okay, so if you're a hardcore gamer, right? I'm talking hardcore. I'm not talking like first person shooter or play sports games like FIFA or whatever. I'm talking about hardcore gamer. What are the games that you play or that are expected of hardcore gamers?
Okay, so I myself am not really much of a gamer, I guess. It's
Play
not
Candy Crush?
really, really into
Farmville?
video games. Bar- no, like this kid has like at least a couple teras full of games and like whatever I played on console, he has played in a computer and more. Um, but you talk to these people and it's always like, oh, did you hear about like the new project this producer is making? Not producer, there's a word for it. I forgot what it is.
Developer.
Yeah, there we go. And they're always like talking about all this new stuff and like how fast their DPS is and all that stuff. And I'm like,
DPS?
"What, dude, yeah, like basically
Double penetration
fuck.
syndrome.
It's a syndrome.
I need to have it.
One's not enough. I need a homie.
Oh god.
Call in a homie.
It's called couch co-op.
I can't do that in the Gulag.
Just two people. You need a third one.
So back to DPS, dog.
Yeah.
Okay, basically like how fast they can aim and shoot basically on the this kid showed me a PowerPoint. No, not a PowerPoint.
Oh,
An
okay,
Excel
whoa.
spreadsheet. Like
That's even
how
better.
Yeah.
he's played, how many hours he has in each the list of games that he's still missing to play. Like he has an order to it. It's kind of like the Shaheen anime list, but this is like video games,
The list that will never finish.
basically.
Oh jeez. I looked at it today and I'm like,
Kids
oh man,
talking.
I'm gonna be married with kids by the time I finish half of these. Like I'm.
That's like the highest percentage of gamer.
But no, like my
Yeah,
point
dude,
is though,
honestly,
when like hardcore gamers talk about games, one of the series that comes up a lot are the Dark Souls games, right? Like, oh, you're not a real gamer unless you can tackle Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Sekiro, like all these games that are intended to make you hate yourself a little bit every day.
It's
The Elder
self-inflicted
Scrolls.
pain.
Yeah, it's like some masochistic experience. But like gamers can go through those games regardless. And then here I am. So I purchased the game during the last Black Friday that I went to. I wanted to buy. I mean, Marcos, you didn't join us, did you?
nah, not this year.
Yeah, I think Sauce, you were there. But
Yeah.
when I wanted to buy games, I was in line, and I had a list of games in mind, like my initial list of games I wanted to buy, but they were all sold out, right? So I decided to just trust people around me or things that I've heard about certain games, and I just picked up. Surprisingly, all the games that I wanted that they still had, or that were recommended to me, were all like weeby Japanese imported games, right? Or exported games. Or no, technically imported. Yeah. But they didn't have any, like, God of War, they didn't have Spider-Man, they didn't have all that other shit. But one of the games that I saw, or earlier last year or 2 years ago, like Code Vein, right? And then Devin told me this game was kind of like a Souls game. And I'm like, I don't fuck with Souls games because I know I would be bad at that game. It was like, no, it's not the same. It's not, like it's not hard. It's not. Like he really didn't answer the question, but I took it. I took the bait, and I played the game like last month, and I just couldn't do it. I just
Getting thrashed.
I did not even. I think I made it past the first boss, and that's it. And then
I think it's a tolerance.
I just didn't have fun. I'm not having fun. It's not a fun time. And then I played
Some
Sonic
people
Forces,
find fun in that, dude.
and I had fun.
Some people have fun like
Yeah,
playing those
yeah.
ridiculously hard games,
Yeah, but it also
and that's
is.
just their cup of tea.
Yeah, and I mean the slogan for video games is like what? Get good, right? Like that's the slogan. Is if you you're supposed to be a gamer. Obviously, you're gonna get hit hard a few times, but then you gotta get good. And I wanna do that. I wanna do that, but at the same time, how much time am I willing to give to a game that I'm not entirely enjoying? Does that make me a little bitch? Probably, yeah. I think so.
Nah, dude.
I mean, honestly, between playing some game that you can barely move without dying, to playing something like, I don't know, I'm gonna say Sonic Heroes. Like, I honestly much rather play Sonic Heroes.
Sonic Heroes slaps.
You feel? No, I know, but like between a game that's supposed to be like super popular because it's so hard and only like real gamers can play it, versus something that's relatively a little more easy and you actually enjoy, like, what would you go with? Like,
Yeah, but where does that put me as a person who quote unquote games? Like, as a
So
kid,
you're just a gamer, dog.
yeah, I'm a gamer, but
guess
am
it's
I
a different-
am I fit to carry
There's no
that
difference. It's
title?
just anyone
I
is,
guess it's
dog.
the difference
As long as you're
between,
not only playing mobile games.
Yeah,
Which
shame those
there's
mobile
nothing wrong with
players.
mobile games, but someone that doesn't have as much time at home, we have to adapt, you know. I play games on my phone.
Yeah, no,
Like-
that's what phone games are supposed to be. I'm not gonna play a full-on RPG on my phone, but I'm gonna play Sonic Dash, you know? Like, it's
I mean-
different.
Every gamer has like different tastes, so like if we have a choice to not play a game because like we don't like it or don't enjoy it, we all have that right.
Yeah, but then I'm realizing that I'm hating most of the games that I should be liking. Like, not should be as in I fit in a box. It's just one of those things where I'm like, for example, I might get shot if I say this out loud. I just didn't enjoy The Last of Us. I didn't finish it.
I didn't even
Okay.
play that game, dog.
Yeah, I know, but that's like the most loved game on the PS3, 4? What, 3? I think it came out 3. But that was like one of the most loved games of all time, and it's Naughty Dog, I think, that made it. I
It is
hope.
Naughty
At
Dog.
this, okay, good. But like, it's such a
Oh,
loved
you're gonna get
game.
called out.
What'd you say?
You're like, it's not Naughty Dog, bro.
Gets angry, shoots me. But it's supposed to be one of the best, like story wise, gameplay wise. It's not. I don't hear much of the gameplay.
I honestly feel that Uncharted 4 had a better storyline than that.
The Uncharted. Here's the thing. I'm a bitch. Again, I mentioned this. This episode's gonna be called "I'm a Bitch." I guess. I don't know. But because I do get scared in video games, right? And the reason why, like when I could go to a horror movie and I don't feel anything, right? And the reason is I can't control that. I cannot control the movie. I cannot control when you go to a amusement park or a haunted hotel, like one of those like fun whatever things. They don't scare me because I know they can't touch me and nothing happens. But when you're playing video games, you can, you are directly correlated to the events that happen to these characters and to yourself, right? So I played, when I played the first Uncharted, I had a good time in the beginning. Because I'm like, okay, this is not supernatural. I'm just shooting other people. This is a good time. Well, not good time. I'm not promoting violence. I'm just saying, like, this is a game that I can get on board with. But then, spoiler for anyone who hasn't played Uncharted 1 at this point or cares about the spoilers. At the third act of the game, I guess, there's zombie Spaniards, and they attack you in this
I
like
remember that.
yeah, they attack you in this isolated room where you're all alone. I freaked out
Like
so
pitch black,
much.
too.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It's not pitch. It's not like pitch black, but it's like a really.
It's
dark,
pretty
like,
fucking dark. The only light you have
Steady.
is from the tape that you were just playing. The not tape, roll, the film roll. And then I guess I freaked out. I was like, I can't do this today, and I turned off the game. I'm like, this is the amount of stress I just experienced is too high. And then after a few days, I came back, and the way I play these games. Here's the thing: I will never feel comfortable playing games where monsters attack me unless I am OP myself, right?
So God of War would have. Been
Unless I'm Kratos and I'm just slicing and dicing through these
bad
guys.
motherfucker.
I will like Asura's Wrath. I get to play as a fucking demigod, or any of these games, Dragon Ball, anything Dragon Ball, because they're all like super powered guys. Like if it's those scenarios where I don't feel so powerless, yeah, obviously I'm gonna have a good time. But when I'm just a fucking human being with no special abilities, nothing special about me, and these zombie Spaniards attack me, of course I'm not gonna have a good time. So I
What do you
hid.
do on a regular zombie game?
Bitch, I don't play zombie games. There's a reason.
Okay.
Do you see where I'm trying to get at with Last of Us? Anyway, so in that game, you're supposed to kill them. I'm not gonna say supposed to, because you can play a game however you want. But I think the plan was that you're supposed to be surrounded by them and then take them out one by one, like, be a badass. But me, being the bitch that I am, I ran. And then I hid at the end of the hallway where nobody can pop up behind me, and I just kept slaughtering them as they approached me. And I was sweating so much, both in game and in real life, because that was just traumatizing of an experience. And then Uncharted 2, again, spoiler, in the third act, you have to fight these fucking Yetis. Right? And I'm like, fuck yeah, it was all humans up until then. So when I played the third one, the entire time I was playing Uncharted, I was thinking, when am I going to be traumatized? When am I going to hate myself? It's a matter of time. It's not a matter of if.
The vampires.
No, the third game had like demon terrorists, but that didn't scare me that much. I don't know if that says much about my people or how I feel. But those weren't as scary. It took place in Syria.
Okay.
Either Syria or another Arab country. I think someone else told me that it wasn't Syria. But anyway, that one didn't freak me out. So when I played the fourth one, again, just waiting for whatever supernatural Godzilla to pop up out of nowhere and starts kicking my ass. And there was nothing. There was no supernatural creature. All humans. And I'm like, wow, what a refreshing ending. Like, I don't need to be traumatized in this game. The only zombie game that I played with a smile on my face, not because it was a happy ending, is because I knew nothing was going to happen to me, was The Walking Dead, the Telltale series.
Oh, okay.
Because it's basically a point-click adventure. And
Yeah.
the amount that you are very unlikely to die. Yeah, sure, maybe you will cause other people's deaths, but like, fuck them as long as I live, right?
Only when you miss a quick time event.
Yeah, but those are hard to miss. It's more of a story kind of based game as opposed to survival. But yeah, that game I was okay with. Last of Us fucked me up too, because initially they told me, initially it was easy because you just have to run away, right? And then they tell you, hey, you have to you can collect items and then create weapons and whatever out of them, shivs and shit. I'm like, oh man, this is so much information for a guy that's trying not to get eaten by. And then they said, oh, there's like a shit ton of different types of zombies. I'm like, cool. And I get stuck in the first part. Because there's those clicker zombies, and the second I fart, they just eat my ass. Like, they don't. Like, I kept dying, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And then Manny played the game. who I don't even know if he plays Last of Us or he plays the game, and he just breezed through all the levels. I'm like, damn, are you? This is nothing taking away from Manny. It's just.
Like, man, he likes puzzles, dude. So,
Yeah,
like,
no, Manny's
you
a very
gotta go
smart
hand
guy.
in
But
hand.
my point is, it's not about whether or not Manny's a good gamer. It just reflects how shitty of a gamer that I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
It's like,
I see what you mean.
people naturally just get past this level, and here I am, like, they attack me. I'm like, stop it!
I've rage quitted from games, so like, I never finished like too many games in my lifetime.
It's rare for me to rage quit as much as, like, I wouldn't get angry and stop it. I would just lose interest in a game. Like Assassin's
True.
Creed
How about,
Brotherhood.
How about online gaming? Oh my God, Brotherhood. Yeah. Well, what about it?
What about what?
What were you gonna say about it? The Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Brotherhood. So I played the first one and I loved it because it was in the Middle East and also, you know, it was a fun game. But it was repetitive. The second one was perfect. It was absolutely a perfect game. Like, it made everything in the first one better and they added more diversity. And the third one was just like the second one. And that's why I got bored, because I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. I could not find the fun. It was like, okay, it's basically a glorified DLC. And I'm not really much of a DLC person. There's a few exceptions for how good a game has to be for me to get the DLC. Unless it's Dragon Ball, to which I'm shamefully just getting everything related usually. But otherwise, it's rare for me to get the DLC and play it. Like Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3, I finished it, I platinumed it, and then I got the DLC. And that DLC, I finished the initial DLC, and then they were like, "Here, fight all these bosses." I'm like, I don't want to do that. They're gonna kick my ass, which they did. Like, I beat half of them, I think, and the other half just ate me up. Like, it wasn't like in the middle. It wasn't like in between. Like, oh, I barely defeated these guys. I breezed through these guys, and these guys are too hard. No, it was either I beat them, or I couldn't even touch them. Like, there was, and I know I could get good. I know. I even thought about it. I was like, I could probably keep playing this game, put the right equipment on my character, Sora. You don't get customizable characters, and then go back and probably beat them. But I was like, nope, that's too time consuming, and I don't know. Like, I sometimes this is coming from the mentality that I would rather eat cereal for breakfast because the amount of time it would take me to prepare, for example, an omelet or anything else is not this. Like, it would take me, let's say, 5 minutes to prepare an egg, right? And it will take me 30 seconds to eat it. I don't think that's an equivalent exchange thing. Like, that's time consuming for me. But cereal, you can just prepare it in 10 seconds and finish it in the other 10 seconds. It doesn't matter. It's there's reward there.
You know, you gotta wash the dishes too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, okay, let me, because I've done that. I've had one of those back when I was in my apartment, and I was like, ooh, I'm feeling like it was winter break or something, or summer break. Like, I didn't have school, and I was like, let's treat myself. I got some eggs. Let's make some eggs with turkey and, you know, all this fun shit. And I did it, and it took me a while. And I'm like, while I was eating, I just see the dirty dishes. I'm like, this takes all the joy away. I'm not having fun anymore.
You just gotta suck it up, man. You just gotta do
Yeah.
it.
Well, no. Then I just switched to cereal because equivalent exchange. I feel like the only people.
All the carbs, baby.
You know you're talking about this
24/7.
with a chef. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say the only because there's a lot of people that do enjoy the process of putting in 15, 20 minutes in a dish for a 5-minute consumption or less, and that's because there's people that are.
That's another thing. That's another thing. Like, I'm a firm believer on not having your food so fast. It's just for like the enjoyment of it.
Having your food, eating your food so quickly.
Yeah, like not inhaling it, basically.
Well, if you're a human trash compactor like me, it's bound to happen. But yeah, no, I agree. But the thing is, like, people like you are people that genuinely enjoy, like, cooking. I'm not speaking for you, but there's many people that are when they cook, it's therapeutic, it's cathartic. The experience is relaxing, and then being able to create something for other people or for themselves can also be a good experience. For me, I have never cooked for anyone except for myself. You know why? Because I have the not blandest taste buds. I can't tell the small increments of spices or ingredients. I would make an egg and I'm like, man, this was delicious. But I could make it for you and you're like, what the fuck did you just make? And why was it barking at me? Like, and I'm not here to take criticism. I eat to survive. I don't know.
Tastes like cardboard.
It's like, how come why this egg frozen? I'm like, I don't know. No, I think I make a good egg, but still. I think if you're up for that kind of stuff, if that's the thing that you enjoy doing, all the power to you. And people like me exist to do the other half of the cooking, the eating part. But yeah, that's why I quit my culinary career.
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason. You're right.
Did you actually think about a career?
No, God no. But I do think a lot about getting into cooking or trying to find the time to learn how to properly prepare dishes. It's just I always think about, especially now, like I wanna try new things now, but I also don't want to waste ingredients because everything is kind of difficult to get at this point.
You know, actually, who hit me up recently about trying to learn how to cook?
Whomst.
Carlos. Like he hits me up the other day, like at night. They're like, "Hey man, blah 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 blah. Do you have any recommendations for like someone that has no idea how to cook, and something that you would recommend to learn, blah blah blah." And it's nice hearing about that from people, you know?
Yeah, I agree. If this makes you happy, Marcos, we're planning on making some guacamole, but I don't think that's much of a cooking process as much as it is kind of yanking. Yeah.
As long as you don't make it like American guacamole, which is like water.
You know what? That just reminded me. I was gonna ask you for a good
Water.
recipe.
What do you mean by water?
Basically, it's this thing where they put avocados and cabbage and
What?
yeah.
Ooh, avocado and cabbage.
Where do they do that?
Because the cabbage makes it like a lot more than normal, so you can have more guacamole.
Where do they normally do this?
Like, a lot of taco
Can you
shops,
give
actually.
examples?
I don't know like names. Like I don't want to mention names.
Yeah, don't mention names.
But
We
a lot
might
of,
get sponsored by them
okay.
someday.
But like taco shops do it very often. A lot of restaurants too. It's very common to do it. But
It's to
because
cut cost,
it's cost efficient.
Mm.
But yeah, basically it's to save on the cost. There's
That
very
makes
few
sense.
places that actually use only avocados, pico de gallo, chile, and like all that stuff, all the good stuff.
Do you know? Okay,
But,
so when you send me a recipe, I want you to send me some substitutes for certain ingredients in case I can't find them here.
Okay.
For avocado.
No, we have avocados. I
definitely.
have avocados every day for breakfast.
Like, I can't tell you. What are you gonna replace avocado with?
I don't know. coconut is-
Apples.
Durian.
Ooh, that's so much rarer than avocados. Marcos, have you ever been to the guacamole bowl that happens every year in San Diego?
I am yet to go. It's still something I haven't done.
I would recommend that if things go back to normal by next year, that you should go, because it's honestly one of my favorite places to go. One of my favorite events of the year, because you just pay $5 and they give you a bag of chips, and then you just go to town on so many different ingredients. Dude, they have something. Okay, they have
the chips.
what?
Double dip the chips.
No, because they give you like only the one, like
The one
a
bag?
no, it's not like a big bowl of guacamole that you just destroy it.
Oh,
No,
okay,
they
so
put
it's
it in
like a
individual
like a
little
little you try
packets.
it.
Yeah. So I mean that's pretty smart. And sometimes they even put a chip from themselves. Like they would put guacamole on a chip that they present, and you can just take that chip. But anyway, some of the
Yeah.
ingredients they used, they had some like nacho cheese guacamole. They had shrimp guacamole. They had my favorite that I didn't even expect was going to be good was mango.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
How?
Mango in salsa and guacamole is so damn good.
Here's something. Okay, no offense to Mexicans, which already sounds really racist.
Why?
But you know that meme? Not to be racist, but Asians. um, no, but I love Mexican food. Right? Like your cuisine is top notch. You guys know how to fuck with spices. It's good. One issue. The only issue I've ever had with Mexican cuisine. I'm also okay. I don't even drink, and I'm okay with putting worms at the bottom of your goddamn alcohol. I'm okay with that, right? It adds that ooh, look at me, kind of thing.
Oh man.
Where do I draw the line? I can't, and it's so common, and people love it. And all the power to them. It's just for me, I just cannot fathom the concept of putting whatever you guys put on mangoes.
Tajin?
The tajin? Like,
Is it that? I don't know. What do you call that?
The
Don't you call like
seasoning? Tajin?
no? What do you call the
mean, like,
combination?
batter?
Just seasoning your mango, right?
No, there's
Oh,
a name.
I think you're talking about the chamangos.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh.
Like, no offense, but fuck that. Oh my god.
You don't fuck with spicy sweet?
No,
Or is it the salty sweet?
I don't
Is it
know.
the salty
I don't.
sweet?
I just know that it wasn't fun because I went to an Undukai meeting, and then afterwards, a bunch of us went to a boba place, and they're like, "Oh, there's a flavor here that you can only find here," or something like
It's made
bullshit.
from a boba place, though.
What?
It's made by a boba place.
It don't matter, bro. We were in California.
Okay,
It's the most
okay.
authentic you're gonna get.
Chances are the boba place is run by Mexicans.
Yeah, like
True,
if you're gonna have
true.
chimango as a part of your menu, chances are it's someone who really fucks with it that they wanted to add it. But anyway,
True.
so I order it because I like mango, and I'm like, you know what? Mexico hasn't done me dirty yet. Like, I haven't felt betrayed.
Disappoint.
And then and it was such a big cup too, and I just drank it, and each sip was just agonizing pain. Like, I can't get through this, but I have to, because the thing is, all of the other people there were residents of Long Beach or Santa Barbara or Los Angeles, but they weren't from San Diego, right? Because San Diego, that's like Mexico Central, right? That's where you get the good shit from Mexico. And I don't mean the drugs, because that sounds like I was kind of heading there. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's top-notch Mexican food in San Diego. You still have to look. Like,
Yes,
don't
sir.
go on the border, right? But anyway, and by on the border, I don't mean the actual border. I meant the restaurant chain. I hate this entire
okay.
dialogue so much. Anyway, so
I've never been there.
I went there once because one of the Japanese students recommended that we go there, and I'm like, they don't even have, what's it called? Horchata. Like, how are you gonna call yourself a Mexican place if
Isn't
you
that
don't
place
even?
more like a... Well, what is that place more of? Like, is it
A
like
disappointment. That's what it is.
restaurant style.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. It's still gross. There was
Cannot
nothing
have
good. There.
horchata.
Even the burritos felt really, and burritos aren't even like Mexican, like Mexicali, right?
It's basically a thing from Texas that was
Yeah.
adapted into the U.S.
Oh, it's Tex-Mex. Okay.
It's the like store soup, right? like
Not
stew?
soup, but yeah, stews actually.
Whatever it
I don't
is,
understand.
they did
I
it
don't
wrong.
understand.
They did everything wrong. But anyway, yeah, chamangos is the one thing that I cannot stomach anymore. And like even in SDSU, if you go to buy mangoes from the market, they would give you, I guess, was it tahine, the thing that they put
Tajin?
on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wouldn't put it on my mangoes because I'm still traumatized.
The
But
trauma.
guess who just fucking snorts that shit right next to me? Violetta just grabs it. She's like, "Oh yeah, that's some good shit," and it just takes it. But I can't. I
It's fucking
can't.
salt.
It's not just salt. It just doesn't work
Okay,
with mango for
salt.
me.
Okay, I mean that's fair enough. It's your taste.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. But I just could not. It's one of those because usually I have, like you guys seen me eat almost anything. There's nothing that stops me, right? Except if it has eyes or an asshole where I can see it.
Intestines.
Yeah, or like octopus. One time we ordered
Awesome.
octopus at a K barbecue, and instead of bringing us like, ooh, cut up octopus, they gave us like the whole thing, and you can just see
The
its
baby one,
butthole.
right?
And I'm like, this is not fun anymore. You just ruined my octopus experience. If I can see its butthole, I don't want to eat it anymore. You see what I mean?
I'm used to that shit, bro.
I'm not used to eating ass, so
Your first time? Good luck.
I don't want my first time to be with fucking Squidward. Okay, like I need to. But yeah, or eyes. I don't like shrimp or fish when they have the eyes like staring at you
Okay.
while you eat them. That's not a good time.
I think that's why I'm used to it. I've always eat like fish and like squid, and you get the whole.
I'm sorry,
It's
it
fucking
kind
big.
of cut up a little bit. What'd you say?
That's why I'm used to like you see the animals like true form, and like
Mhm.
people are just eating it, and like I know for a lot of people that's like unsettling.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to be racist, but Asians, I hate myself. I've done this with
You're on a
Mexicans
roll.
and then Asians. No, but
Yeah,
like
there's a check mark.
legit though, legit like Asians uh, tend to be able to consume that freaky shit. Karina would eat the shell right off the fucking
Yeah, I
shrimp.
remember you guys talking about that.
Yeah, that's what a savage. Um,
How you feel on that, Marcos? How do you feel about that, Marcos?
I don't know. I mean, first of all, I'm not a big seafood person.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
but so far when I've tried things, like it's not. I really don't pay much attention to it. Like if it's on the plate, I'll try to try it.
You try to
Um,
try it.
Yeah, like I'll try to actually taste it.
Yeah.
Like
No, I get it. I
not
was just,
judging by the way it's looking at me, you know, like the lobster. Like,
it's
a
hard when
lobster.
it doesn't look appetizing, or if it looks like it's looking back at you. Like that's not. Again, I've stated my claims. If it's looking back at you, or it has a butthole still intact, I'm not gonna go in. Unless it's a chicken. That's different. That's different. Because that butthole has already been played with. They already put in the stuff inside.
I
Or
mean, they
turkey.
behead the chicken and all that. Like it looks,
Yeah.
it's normalized. To
Yeah.
eat like that.
I think it's because Middle Eastern food is usually pretty vanilla. Like it's not extreme. The only thing that I feel like is normal, but maybe foreign people think is extreme, is like eating lamb, like we discussed last time.
I still don't get that. Like, how is that not normal?
I think it's normal, but I've mentioned it a few
A
times, and
lot
people are
of
like,
people are not used to it.
"Yeah,
Did a lot of people like really like say like, "Ooh, you eat lamb? Ew."
yeah, no," like they respond like how we respond to pig. But I'm like wild. I didn't expect because I don't think anything else is, especially because like my friends are mostly Asian, so like nothing should be surprising to them. Like if we eat
Are most of them like this?
whomst,
Like, no, most of you are like Asian, like
you
Asian
guys are
friends, you-
you amongst the people that you know, our mutual friends. That's who I'm referring to, dog.
Okay, no, I know that, but like, do most of them think lamb is weird?
No.
Most-
That's like I said. Asians don't. Nothing deters them from food. Like they're like, yeah,
Okay.
probably that makes sense. Like they don't think something's weird enough. Like for example, growing up, I thought eating cow tongue or bull tongue or whatever it is weird, but it's common here. Like those older Kuwaitis tend to enjoy it. but it's so common elsewhere. Like I first time I ate it, not first time, I ate it when I was a kid. But like when I realized that I loved cow tongue was when I went to Korean barbecue. And I'm like, holy shit, this is delicious. And what else is? We
Have you
also
tried
eat
lengua tacos.
what?
Lengua tacos. Tongue.
Oh
Cow
yeah,
tongue tacos.
I think I had those. I don't know. Tacos
The
are not my
the lingua
favorite.
word wasn't clicking.
Well, no, because I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know what that means. But I do remember reading that off
My
when we
bad.
went to that one taco place that Ming recommended.
Imperial.
Yeah, the one where he uses
Yeah.
the same utensils for the shrimp and the raw chicken.
What? I don't.
It's
recall
such a
that.
health hazard, like because he has the kitchen open and you can see this man touching everything
Oh,
with the
yeah.
same equipment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if there's no risk of you getting poisoned, that it's not good food.
That's a spot. Hey, but it was good, huh?
Yeah, it was good. We
It
ate
was
so
good.
much. But yeah,
I think it's I think it's that mixture of raw and cooked fruit that that gives the extra spice to it.
it's like when you jump. It's like skydiving. The excitement is whether you live or not. That's what it is.
It's because you're seeing behind the kitchen. Like most
Yeah.
places, you don't see anything.
And they have the door to the kitchen open, and you know
Yeah.
that just insects are coming in and out because you see like flies every now and then. I'm like, yeah, extra protein. Put that shit in there. Do it.
Crackheads. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. There's places that are worse.
But the
Tastes
food
good,
is so
tastes good, right? No, that's not a good. That's not a good way to live life.
You know, everything here doesn't look right, but the food was bomb.
Yeah. Fuck that
I nearly
shit.
got assaulted at the door, but it was good.
I might leave the house for the first time in 3 weeks tomorrow.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get boba. Hello?
Hello? We had a weird
Hello.
silence there.
Because it broke. I heard like a breaking of audio, and then it shut down. But yeah, I might leave the house tomorrow. We'll see.
Wait, so it's for the hospital?
No, I said, see, this is why I'm gonna go get boba.
I thought you were gonna go get your
Full
ass
circle,
kicked.
baby.
No, I'm not gonna go to the hospital. That's literally where everyone is. Like everyone who's sick is there. I don't want to compromise myself. But guess where sick people
But you-
don't go? Boba. That's where.
Boba.
Either that or I
Use
might
the
get
boba
ramen
jar
to
to
go.
check your
I don't
asshole.
know. I want someone to check my asshole, but not just anyone. I want like a specialized medical
Got a
individual.
Craigslist.
Just look out the window. I'm like, hey.
Can you check my asshole?
You wanna make a few $100?
So Filipino, no, you go to a Burger King and then the first Filipino you see in the drive-thru, it's like, hey.
You wanna get that tip?
Oh no.
Oh man, I think this is a good
Bro.
point to end the episode. We opened up with my asshole and we ended up with my asshole. It's a truly the
I
circle
thought
of
we were
life.
supposed to stay away from it.
I know, but every time I leave, it just pulls me back in. It's like gambling.
We talked about gambling before this
Oh
too.
my god.
Oh no, not we. You're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like a next time.
Yeah. Oh, so Alfredo, every time we see you online, we're just gonna pull you in, huh?
I mean, feel free to like you could ask, like you could like attempt with the call and then see if I'm there.
We'll see. I mean, this was spontaneous. This was a shit show. Anyway, I would like to formally end this episode, and we'll see you guys next week. I'm going to attempt a high pitch sound, but I didn't drink any water because I fear that I
Warm it
might
up.
poop. Unless one of you guys wants
What?
to do a high pitch sound.
Oh hell no!
I know I can't do it.
Okay.
You gotta believe. You gotta believe.
Jesus. Okay.
Marcos. Oh, he's pulling up. Warm it up.
I gotta take a shit, man. Just soiled
Dude,
myself.
I was waiting. I was waiting. I was waiting for you to do it.
I did it.
You did?
You didn't hear it?
That was so high, my ears couldn't catch it.
I hope the mic caught it, because otherwise...
The- all-
I thought
all
that
the
was a
dogs
pretty
just
decent one too, dog.
all the dogs in your area were swerving.
They
They
just-
they heard that.
They start barking. They start subscribing to the
Like-
channel.
It was so high that I couldn't hear it, dog.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, I
No,
might...
just believe that. Just believe that
Okay.
with your ego.
Don't do that. Okay. So...
It's dangerous.
I've been I don't know why people say that in shows. I've been Shaheen.
Marcos.
And Alfredo.
And we'll see
I
you
don't know if
next
it's a
week. I don't know if Alfredo's gonna be here, but if we catch him, we'll pull him in. Alright, deuces, bye.
Bye bye.
Wait.